Hello. Okay. Couple of things to say before we get started. First is I need to do something with my hair for a moment. Hang on. Okay. Second thing. I'm still having to take care of my two dogs. They're still a bit rowdy. Nancy, because Astral has not come back home, means they're still like, where is he? Where is he? You know, that typical thing. So I'm still having to contend with that, but they shouldn't be as rowdy as they were the other day, depending. We'll have to see about that, but it should be okay. Now, this is basically going to be the same thing as yesterday. We're going to be mainly just working on the banner. Hopefully we'll get the main point of it finished up, and then hold on, brain did not click well there. Yeah, so we're gonna work on the banner. Hopefully we get the main bulk of it done, and I'm still open to any green screens from all y'all. We want to try to make some funny ha-has and all that stuff for June. I also think I will put up something, if I can remember to. If I can remember to, I will put. I'll try to think about putting up something for game suggestions. I'll probably be looking into friend slop games. I'm not a fan of friend slop games, but I'm a fan of hanging out with friends. So it's weird. I don't take the game like friend slop seriously. Like, I don't play Repo to actually win any part of that game. I play it to hang out with friends and be stupid. That's the fun for me. It's not the game. But I'll probably look more into it, just because I know Laurie likes friend slop, and I know friend slop's fun for VTuber stuff, so it kind of just works out well. There does seem to be some speaking of dogs being rowdy, 1 second. One of my dogs was biting the leg of my desk, and I had to stop her. But anyway, yeah, we've got that underway. We'll move over to here and just continue. I want to check something, though. Mostly for fun, just to see what it looks like. I don't have screen capture for this one. Okay. Ow. High error. Also, my model's bugging out a bunch. Should probably check on that. What about here? Wait, no, that's gonna cause some... Well, this is kind of a bigger... Is this a bigger screen? Let me see. Which is a bigger screen? This one or this one? Okay, so the drawing one is the bigger screen. I think I can do something here, but first, my dog's being rowdy again. I'm gonna have to give me 1 moment to take care of this.
Xer0R_404X cheered. X50. Which one's the real Astral?
My dogs are being really rowdy. Hang on. She's getting under my desk and causing a ruckus. I'm gonna have to take care of this. Okay, I have got this sorted. I need to take care of one thing though, because it's been bugging. I don't know why it does this sometimes. For some reason, it will do this unless I check on the sensitivity. It's like, I don't know why, but the moment I check the sensitivity, it stops being a problem. It's really stupid. Okay. Now then, this goes back here. I'm gonna minimize it, and I'm gonna change the screen. This will be the first for this one. I'm gonna change this to not that, that. And that should do for the screen. Hold on. I think that'll do. Now then, let's get back to this. Also, it just got really stuffy in this room, so now I'm gonna have to take care of that later. But anyway, I'm at least gonna change the color to this, because this, I don't think this is working. I think maybe a white is more appropriate. I think it fits a bit better in this way. Or at the very least, let's see if there's a off-white that works a little better. That kind of works. Is there an option for this to not be the thing? I think this is more what I'm used to. Not the sliders. I'm not used to sliders. Not tint. Has to be the wheel then. Feels a little small though. Is there a view for its scale? Oh, right there. Okay. Nope. Thank you for the lurk. Hope you have a good time while you're here. Also, thanks for the bits, Error. Sorry about earlier. Just got a little distracted. I think I'll go with the triangle. I think I might. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'll stick with the square for now, I think. Let's try this. I want to get some of the colors right before I actually get to the main detail. Ah, oops, wrong thing. That is not the same color. What the hell? That is not the same color. No, that is not the same color. Why is it saying it's the same color? What gives? It's not even close. What the heck? Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Is there a quirk with the stroke? Why is the color off? Hang on a second. No, that's... What? Why is the color off? Hang on a minute. Something is definitely broken here. Because these are the same color. What? Now it is this. What? What the heck? Why does it change color when it's on the... Why? What? Oh, what? When did that happen? I don't remember doing that. That's so... That is not what I was expecting at all. Okay. I must have done that by accident. Hi, Owl. Alright, well, let's try to do the text in this, because this is kind of the important part, is it is the text. I also think I'm gonna make a box as well. I'm gonna move this over here. And we need a box. Streamathon assets? Yeah, I'm working on making the planner banner thing for Streamathon. Also, if you read in the chat, you'll see that there's another thing going on while I do this. Currently, no entries yet, but I'm waiting on them. Let's... Now we go to this. I believe the stroke should be, yeah, 3.5. Then... There we go. Now I'm going to do this. Nope, not that. Where is it? There it is. And if I grab the corner tool, I think all I need to do is just... Does it only do one at a time? Okay, so you need to select all of them. Now I'm thinking... Kind of thinking just a subtle thing should do. And then I can grab this. We'll turn it a little bit, shrink it down. Put above. Get a little bigger. Okay, now. And then for this one, we'll go. Here's the. I think that kind of works for it. Then I can just convert. No, that's not right. For this. Ashtray article. That one's kind of weak. I gotta be real. That one's kind of weak. Oh, just listen. Just because you can't come up with a good, better sounding thing doesn't mean you gotta take my things away from me. Don't blame me for your inability. Oh wait, there was a thing. I remember doing this before where it was you could go like this, move it over, and there was a thing you could do. Was it? No, that's not it. Was it? Hang on. Trying to think of what it was called that I'd made this before. Dang it, I don't remember what it was called. Hang on, my dogs are being rowdy. Okay. If my dogs keep being rowdy, it's gonna make me want to stop streaming again, and that's not what I want. Give me 1 second. Okay, it seems like my dogs are going to be regular interruptions. Okay, now let me figure out how to do the thing it is that I was wanting to do. There's a way to do this, and then do something to duplicate it. There's like control. I think it's that it? Let me say thank you. Yeah, that was it. Okay. Now I can do this. Group all of these. Check. There we go. All those. Drop them in here, and now they're not visible? Wait, why is it pass through? No, you want it to be normal. What? Why did it do it to that one? Oh, that's why it did it to that. Okay. So change this to deploy dodge, turn the opacity down a bit. All right, now I've got some nice shape to it. The thing I need to do now, though, is a little tricky. I'm gonna give this a shot and see if I can get this to work. First things first, I think I'm gonna try something with this. Well, that actually ended up not doing quite what I expected, but it did end up doing something that I was hoping it would do. That leaves me with a very particular thing. Why did that do that? Why is it pasting above? Paste. Exactly. Let me try to duplicate. Yeah, there we go. And I can get rid of this. And I can get rid of this. What I want to do involves stroke. What I need to do is have it be inward and have it I think there's a visual bug going on here. Because when I zoom in, it's rounded, but when I zoom out, it's not. think I probably know why. If I off and then switch this off. I'm going to turn this to a 4. And then I'm going to... Now, this was something I was able to do way back when I used Illustrator. Okay. All right, who did what? What? Oh, subscribe. I thought that was follow for a minute. I thought that was follow. I was like, what do you mean? And then it said subscribe, and I was like, oh, okay. 13 months. Not bad. Not bad, Lamb. You keeping up. Over a year now. There it goes. So that's a bit too much. We want to go with maybe a 2. And now we want to try to do some dots and hashes. Now, it's been a bit since I've done this, so let me see if I can remember how to do it. Does not seem to be quite doing what I'm hoping it would do. Try 2, 0, 2, 2. No, that's it's because I don't have it selected. Okay, there we go. Now if I do the rounded edges and then do 2, 0, 2, no, 0, 0. What do you mean? Ah, I see. Let's try 3. Oh, this is the measure of gap between each one. Okay, so it's a little too close. We want it to have more of a space. Try 3 on this one. Then a 0. Not a 0, then a 1. Then a 3. No. Try 2. Is there a way to control, like, the gap between them? Wait, is this the gap? Let's try 3. And then 1. Then 1. 3. 1. 3. That seems to be the right one. So let's try 3. And then 2. And then 2. Does not appear to be keeping it very even. Not keeping it super even on the curves. That's why. Okay, that makes more sense as to why it was doing what it was doing then. So let's try... Okay, that looks more like how I would prefer it to be. So with that, put this back on. Yeah, this is not going enough, which means Yeah, it's on the edge. Okay. Let's undo this. Put this back here. And what we'll do is we'll have it go in. Then we'll increase the size to, I'd say, 5 for now. Okay, 5's a little big. We'll go with 4. So let's just double it and do 3.5. And then we just should be a no, didn't do what I'm wanting to turn this into a shape. I think it's convert to curve. It's not expand stroke, but rather how do you turn a stroke into a shape in this program? Not that way, because that just turns the whole thing into that. Let me look this up. It says to use the expand stroke, but that's not working. What about the shape builder tool? Does that help me here? No. Expand to stroke doesn't seem to be working. Damn. Let me try something, because if this works, it means I'm going to be probably very angry. Wait, this is a stroke. Take this. This turns this into a proper thing. Why does it not turn this? Turn this into a thing. Where is it? Yeah. Why is it not doing it for this one then? The same thing. Nothing going on here. Oh, that bugs me. That makes me legitimately angry. Why is it not doing what it should be doing? I don't know. So, I don't know. Just start from scratch. Basically the best thing I can do. Control C, Control V, does that stupid thing. Shift V. Nope. Okay, let's try duplicate. Duplicated that. Delete that. We've got this as its own thing. Now, if I take the stroke and have it go inward instead of outward, and then I remove this bit, I'll hide this and this, I should be able to expand this. If I go to here, click expand stroke, it fills the whole thing, as opposed to why is it doing that? It shouldn't be doing that. Okay, hang on. Do I just need to start from scratch again? Probably. That is probably what I have to do. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna start from scratch. Try again. Take this over here for now. Just get rid of that. All right, let's try this again. Go ahead and just copy this and copy this. Let's give this a go. Now, stroke is in. We want it even. We want to have regular rounded ends. Got square ends. Okay, now we're going to grab this. Select all of that. This in. I'm gonna grab the what? The wrong thing. Not that either. There we go. Simple for myself. Alright, so these should be like really even, right? No, this one's 5 such. So we'll go with 3.5. Now they're the same, with the exception of this being a in instead of an out. Keep it as even instead. Actually, hang on. I want this shape. Okay. Now, let's see. This is probably why it was having issues. Because this doesn't follow this pattern. So what's an option I could do? Because this is middle and this is outer. So I think I can just Control C, Control V. Why does that do that? Just duplicate. Just duplicate. Could be a duplicate button. Where is it? My dogs are barking. I'm probably gonna have to scold them. Hang on. Okay. Let's try this again. My dogs, they're gonna be rowdy. There's really no preventing that. They have been calm all day. But the moment I stream, they ain't calm no more. Alright, so put this like this so that they are the same. So now they're both the same. I'm gonna copy this. Actually, I'm gonna duplicate it. And then we're gonna grab these two. Create this shape. That is not right. Oh, there we go. That explains it. Okay. Now, if I take this, move this, go to the stroke, let the stroke go in, increase it to 4. If I expand shape, will this cause issues? Okay, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Now, this part's kind of trickier, because I kind of have to just... how can I do this? I think the option really is just... Nope. Much. Okay. I'm gonna have to take 10 minutes or something like that because they're getting upset. Okay. Lamb, are you in the chat right now? Are you active right now, Lamb? Let me try DMing him. Lamb, I need you to watch stream while I am away. I've got to take care of my dogs. They're getting upset with stuff, so I got to make sure and see if it's in case they need to use the bathroom. They've been calm all day, but when I start streaming, they're like, oh, whine, whine, cry, cry. They're little babies. The two of them, they're little babies. All right. Keep an eye on stream for me, will you? All right. Entertain the people. I'm gonna make your thing a little bigger. Well, where is it? There it is. There you go. All right. Keep an eye on stream. Talk to the people. All that stuff. Consider this practice for when you eventually become a VTuber.
Poco.
I'm back. Thanks. Quality information.
Very much so. I was about to put in a fun, interesting fact about catfish.
But you
In the
still
chat.
can.
True, true, true. But yeah, I don't think they can. Can they still hear me? They can't hear
They
me.
can hear
still.
you now.
There we go. Let's go. Hi, chat.
Hold on. Oh, Kate, don't get behind my chair. Don't get under my desk. You can stay in here, just don't get under my feet. I'm in a swivel chair, girl. I don't want to run over your tail. So rowdy today.
Indeed, indeed.
Anyway, you don't have to stick around if you don't want to.
Well, yeah, I was in the middle of dealing with something prior to this, while also AFKing in your stream. So
Yeah, you go
I'm gonna
ahead.
keep
You can
doing
go
that.
back. You can go back to that. Sorry to. Thanks
Okay.
for popping in real quick to keep an eye on things.
Of
Just
course.
be then.
Yeah, I'll probably be back in a little while. See ya.
All right, later. Of course, I also get a message from somebody. Hang on. Hold on. Okay, that taken care of. Now, back to this. So, first things first. That too close? I think it is. If I go in, it's not that bad, but that's close. Let me try. I don't know. I'll see about this. No, that won't do. But we are on the right track. This needs to be like a 6. Big thick is what we need right here. All right, let's see if we can get this to do what I want it to do. Okay, now all I gotta do is just okie dokie. Now I just how does that look? That's better. That is better. Hmm. And there we go. That looks more like what I was hoping for. Yeah, that's more what I'm looking for. This should show without that line on it. Now, if I can just... Okay. Why are these invisible now? You're kidding me. Of course. All right. Well, easy enough to remake. Not a big issue. Like this. Hmm. Oh, right. I forgot about that. There we go. Wrong thing. %. That is not 62%. Ah, I see how it works. %. 7%. There we go. Now, let's see. I want to do this. Right. What about that? Blank. To plain to be blank. I'm gonna try something. That's too big. That's very much too big. What can I do here? Always try. That helped a little. I think what'll help it more is if I do then grab one of these. Getting the angle right, it's gonna be tricky. Rotation minus 72.5. That shouldn't be. Right there. So minus 72.5. Wrong way. That's not. This is already at a extreme rotation. Okay. If I this way, closer, I think I'm gonna have to kind of just eyeball it. 17.5. Yeah, that seems to be it. Okay. All right, I think that'll do. So let's take all of this and group it. We're also going to take this right here, change its color to be, where is it at? And there we go. Okay, that should. Hang on. Something's not right. On normal. Guess the scale really does make a difference then. This looks lighter. Unless... I'm gonna have a quick snack. Let me see if anybody's posted anything. Nope. I'm gonna at least move this into here. Do I want to flip this? Yeah, I think this looks better flipped over like this. And I can run it more evenly with the letters if I do it that way. Similarly, I think if I shrink this down, does it Yeah, okay, that's a good thing. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, it's keeping that the same size. I think it's a little long. Maybe a bit big. Hang on. Right there, maybe? Yeah. Have it run flush. Think I'm gonna just here. Wait, I know what I can do. This. Now, if I grab this, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, I think that's big enough. My dog's under my desk again. Hayden! Hayden, where'd you go? Hayden? Come here, girl. Come here. You're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. I know I scolded you for getting under my desk, but you're not in trouble. I don't want you under my desk, girl. My swivel chair can hurt you if you're under the desk. I know, you big baby. You coddle up to me because you feel like you did a bad thing because you did something you wasn't supposed to. Get on the bed. Go take a nap on the bed. She's leaning on my leg. Okay, give me 1 second. I gotta take care of this big baby. My dogs are a heap of trouble. They love being little nuisances. Let's see, does this... will this look better? Hang on. Okay, I'm back. Let's see. I'm gonna try to... Not that. Keeps the flow. How close is this? This is like pretty close. I should make a border for measurement's sake near the bottom. Not what I wanted to do. What happened? To like something like that. Turn solid line. Let's make it 10. Let's try to line everything up with that. First things first, though. That should make it easier. Whoops. That kind of works. I can put a little graphic right here for this stream. Will it be too cramped? That's the worry. A little cramped right here as well. There's a big empty space here. I'm wondering if maybe I'll put it back here. Let's add some. Give me a minute. These dogs, they're gonna make me have to call stream early again. I know it. I know that's what she's gonna have me doing because she's whining. 1 second. Literally, they were doing nothing until I started to stream. And then I start streaming, and now they're active as can be. They haven't been active all day. The moment I sit down and start streaming, they're active. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to call it early again because it's... I can only, like, take so much, like, back and forth between having to go from stream to the dog, stream to the dog. I can only do it so many times before I start getting frustrated. And I'm getting to that stage. So we're gonna go look for someone to raid and call it a day. I want to stream longer, but, like, my mood's shifted totally at this point. Because it's not that I'm just streaming, it's that I'm trying to stream something I am working on. So I'm caught between, like, three things. I'm streaming, I'm working on a thing that I need to work on, but now the dogs keep distracting me over and over and over again erratically, getting under my skin. I can handle the dogs on its own, like, that's not a problem. But trying to do it while streaming it's aggravating. Okay, we're gonna go raid Athagorn. I'll catch you all maybe tomorrow. Depends. Bye-bye.